Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Let's learn the basic Linux commands that every Red Hat user should know. So to start with, we'll go into our terminal. So the first most basic one is print working directory. So pwd, and that shows you that I'm currently in the root directory. The next one, another very simple one, is list. So ls, and you can list all the files and folders in your current working directory. Now, a more advanced one that I like to use and I find very useful is you can use ls and then you can add flags to it. So to add a flag, you add the hyphen and then LTR basically will list all the files and folders in reverse order, and it'll give you timestamps and a more detailed breakdown. So here we can see the date and time of when these files or folders were created. We can see who owns it. We can see the read, write, execute, so the permissions on each file. So we'll get more into that in another video on how to change permissions. But yeah, and it also shows the file sizes or bit sizes for each file. So for example, if we want to make another folder, we can make a new directory. So directory or folder, it's pretty much interchangeable. So we'll use the make directory command and we'll call it new folder. And then you can use the up and down arrow to move between the most recent commands. So if we go ls minus LTR, hit enter, and you can see at the bottom here, we've just created a new folder. Now another one, so we've made a new folder. If we want to make a file, we can use the touch command. So touch, we can call it new file. And now I've just made a new file. And now to verify it's there, we can use the same ls LTR command. And you can see we've got a new file. Now, another very useful one is the cat command. So cat is used to print out the text or anything that's in a file. So if we were to run cat right now on new file, there would be no output because currently you can see there's 0 bits in the file. There's nothing in there. So to add text to a file, there's several ways, but one command we can do is the echo command. So you can use echo. We'll go, what should we say? Example text, and then you use the arrow, and you can add that to new file. So now, if we cat new file, you'll see it gives the output example text. Another way to add text to a file is you can use the nano or VI or Vim. There's several ways. So for example, if we wanted to open new file, we can go new VI, new file. And then you can see we've already got example text here. I'll go over more detail, but this is, I just wanted to quickly show, this is another way. This is another way to add more text to a file. And then you can save it. And if we were to cat that again, you can see we've got more text there. Now let's clear the screen. Let's go back and list everything that we have currently in this working directory. So to reiterate, if we want to see what directory we're in, print working directory, we are currently in the root folder. So let's just print everything that's here. So we've made a new file. You can see the bit size has increased because there is now text in the file. Say we want to remove it, we will use the rm command. So we can go rm new file, and then it'll ask the questions. You can use W for yes or N for no. And now, if we list everything again, you'll see new file is gone. Another very useful command, and one that you will use a lot in Red Hat, is the man command. The man command is basically like a manual. It's like the sort of help section of the terminal. So if we do the command man ls, it'll show you what ls does. So it's list directories, and you can press the space bar and you can go through and read all the different flags and file types. So I'd recommend, for new commands that you've never used before, always run the command man and then whatever the command is, and it will give you a detailed breakdown of all the flags, variations, everything you can use. One other, and probably the most basic Linux command that everyone should know that I just wanted to touch on, was the cd or change directory command. So what we'll do again is we can list all the files in our current working directory. So if you want to, for example, we created a new folder. If we wanted to go into that new folder, we would use cd new, and then you can use the tab key and it'll autocomplete. Press enter. Now if we were to list anything here, as you can see, there's nothing in there. So what we can do is create a bunch of new files, file 1, file 2, file 3, and we type ls. And you can see we've now just created those. Now, if we want to go back to the previous section up here where we were in the root folder, what we can do is you can type cd space and then you press ... and that's basically like the back tab. So if you think about a file structure, they are basically multiple layers. So if you want to go back one layer, use cd space ... you press enter. And now if we were to go ls-ltr again and print everything, you can see we've moved back one section. I will below link a notepad text that I've made with all really useful commands for Red Hat and Linux. And yeah, so this was just a fast, quick demo. I might make a part 2 on some more useful commands, how to move files around. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.